go, let's go, let's go.
What up, though?
What up, though? Episode 6,
Seven.
7,
Yeah.
8, mic check. Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is episode 8, y'all. 7. My bad. I'm kind of pumped. Episode 7, we're chopping it up with DJ&Lo.
What up, though?
Hey man, I'm trying to get a little intro going on, man. You late, come on, man. We gotta get some intro. Anybody watching, which Mimi too cute, maybe you can give me some intro music. But somebody get us some intro music. We need a commercial.
We need a commercial, intro music, something to get us started when we get this thing going.
When we get this thing going, we almost there. I know we record live every week, but we don't have this thing 100% down, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're learning a little bit more as we go, and we're about to get this thing crack-a-lacking. For those of you who don't know, Chopping Up Live podcast is a podcast where, we shout out people, we talk sports, we talk politics, we talk
about life.
We talk about life. We talk about life.
Everyday life.
And we try to have a guest on every week to promote their business or just talk about Charlotte or just talk about life or to talk about fashion, whatever you want to talk about. And today we have the pleasure of having on our podcast. I said podcast.
You said paracast.
Podcast. Aliyah J. Can I call you Aliyah J?
Yeah.
Aliyah J, well-known YouTuber. I cannot talk today. Well-known YouTuber, fashionista, hairdresser, you name it, she does it. If it has something to do with looking good, she got you. Makeup, fashion, hair, YouTuber, anything and everything. Holla at us, Aliyah J. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, did you know what? This is our official first show that we've had a female on the joint.
This is the first one. How you feel about that?
I mean, it's dope because it just shows that we're not limited to, barbers. We're not limited to males. I'm a little loud.
No,
We're not,
it's like in the way. Fix it a little bit.
We're not limited to.
It's live, y'all. We can get it right.
We don't have any limit to our guests that we have on the show. It's anybody and everybody. Anybody that wants to be heard, anybody that has something positive going on, we will get at you. So get at us so we can get at you.
Right.
Aliyah J, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio.
216
Been
in the house.
I've been here for about 9, going on 10 years.
Oh, you look like you're only 10 years old, girl. So you've been here all your life?
Half my life.
Okay. How old were you when you moved here?
I know it was in the 8th grade.
In the 8th grade?
Yeah.
So what was that, 13?
Around there. Yeah, 13.
How old are you now?
20, about to be 24 in a few days.
Oh, you got a birthday coming up?
Yep, on the 22nd.
Turn up, turn up, turn up.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm a YouTuber, hairstylist, fashion designer.
What?
Everything. I do everything.
Makeup?
I'm into makeup.
Okay.
I do my own makeup.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your YouTube. What do you have going on YouTube? Why would I want to tune in to? What's your YouTube?
Leah Janelle.
Leah Janelle. Why would I want to tune in to Leah Janelle? What can I see? How would this benefit me?
Well, on my YouTube, I do everything beauty. I do makeup, hair, fashion. I want to get into doing that too.
Okay.
But yeah, I do a lot of beauty, makeup tutorials and hairstyles, different stuff like that.
Okay.
Word. Well, this is a unique show because it's kind of about fashion. DJs we're in the fashion. DJ and Aliyah around the same age, so you know what I'm saying. I just want to talk about like from a male and from a female's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fashion trends are for today. I'm a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? I still rock the low and the khaki. You got me. But things have changed, you know what I'm saying? It's a new generation, it's a younger generation, so we got different things going on. We have different styles going on, different trends going on. So tell us a little bit about that, Aliyah, and then I'll let DJ chime in to, you know what I'm saying, how he feels about the male perspective of that. What's talk to me about some Charlotte fashion trends from your perspective.
Right now, what I've been seeing is like the sporty look
Okay.
with like the stripes on the side of the clothes and stuff like that.
Okay.
And a lot of people have been wearing new Air Maxes.
Okay. All right. Air Maxes. Shout out to Nike.
They coming back out.
They're coming back. Air Maxes, you can never go wrong with the Air Maxes. They are timeless. You know what I mean? DJ, what you got in your closet, man? What you rocking?
Pretty much what she just said. You know, the
Stripes?
The
You rocking the stripes?
Yeah, I'm rocking the stripes. But also, man, it's a lot of the old school stuff is coming back now.
Okay.
So like a lot of stuff from the '90s and the '80s coming back,
Mhm.
and you know the hairstyles and all that stuff. You
Yeah.
got the girls rocking the Janet Jackson braids from Poetic Justice.
Yeah.
You know, you got the guys bringing back the little man bun with the braids on top and all that.
Yeah.
And then you got, you know, the haircuts that the younger kids are doing when their hair is just the mushroom top.
Yeah, how long is that gonna last, man? That mushroom top.
That mushroom top is terrible, man. That's one of the worst haircuts you can ask anybody to do. 'Cause
Right.
all you doing is just taking it up and just boom, there it is, it's done.
Right.
No
Right.
fade, no nothing. I hate that. But
Yeah.
it's easy and it's quick and it's simple. Get you in and out in 5 minutes. There
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the stuff that's going on now, man, it's just stuff that's being brought back from the '80s and the '90s.
Mm-hmm.
And
What about that Kanye type of style with the shirt, with the, you know what I'm saying? The shirts are cut kind of different. You know what I'm saying?
really, those are it's kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? Like those are, you know, not to be funny, but those are the type of shirts they wore back in slavery times. You know what I mean? So, not to be funny, but it really is like the shirts with the holes,
Right.
the long shirts,
Yep.
and then now he done switched it up to wearing, you know, a whole bunch of athletic wear, the joggers,
Yep.
the champion sweatshirts, all that
Mhm.
stuff. So it's one of those things where it's just going with the times now, and people trying to be trendsetters. Justin Bieber's falling into that category.
Yep.
You know, it's still certain people out there rocking their own little way, like Fabulous.
Mhm.
Fabulous to me is probably like one of the freshest dudes in the game right now.
Right.
Fab, and I'll probably say, I don't even know. Fab is
Kind
just on
of
a
the
different
2
level.
Chainz in there.
Yeah,
2
2 Chainz. Yeah, 2
Chainz.
Chainz is
Always
definitely
fire.
up there. Yeah.
2 Chainz, Safe Fly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So shout out to 2 Chainz
Yeah.
for setting the trends. I like the way Jay dressed. You know what I'm saying? Jay probably around my age. He get kind of weird sometimes. You know what I'm saying, in his videos and stuff. But like, I watch him like traveling and stuff like that. And Jay wears, you know what I'm saying? Just he keeps it simple. T-shirt, J's. You know what I'm saying? Polos. But he stays clean. He doesn't overdo it. Not a lot of jewelry. He just doesn't push the envelope. You know what I'm saying? He stays in his lane. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so that's what I kind of try to do. Kind of try to stay in my lane. My thing is I'm crossing into that threshold of being older but not old. You know what I'm saying?
Still trying to stay with the time a little bit.
I still want to stay with the time, but I don't want to look like I'm 18, but I don't want to look like I'm 50 either. So
Right.
y'all, trust me, when y'all get my age,
Are
it
you
gets,
50?
stop it.
Oh, you 40?
I'm not 50.
Are you 40?
I'm not 50. Don't play. Definitely not 50.
Okay.
I'm 43.
43, okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of tough when you get my age because you don't want to look like a peewee, but you don't want to look like an old head either. So,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's kind of, you know, you got to kind of watch cats like Jay,
And see,
who's always
yeah, and see,
around,
that's my thing. Like, I'm not really big on the jewelry and all of that, but I also like to stay in my own lane as well. Like, I
Right.
look at, you know, certain people and I be like, damn, that's a nice fit.
Mhm.
But then they throw all like 6, 7 chains on top of it with
Right.
5 rings on each finger. It's just
Right.
like, all right, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a little
You know.
much. Well, we talked about the hair a little bit, and we didn't get the perspective of what the female trends are on the hair right now. What females doing? Are they still rocking the weave? I'm a barber.
We will never die.
Weave will never die. I'm a barber, so I've been doing this. A lot of big chops going on. A lot of females cutting
Facts.
off their hair.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably
Please.
for the summertime. since
Yeah.
it's hot.
I did a lot of those before,
Yeah.
like in May,
Yeah.
April. I
Yeah.
did a lot of them.
Right.
Like around spring break and all that. A lot of
Yeah.
people cutting their hair off now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you being a hairstylist, what's going on? What are the most popular trending hairstyles for the female right now in the summer of 2018?
Right now the lace fronts are huge.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of shortcuts being that it's summertime,
Mm-hmm.
and also pastel colors, like pastel color hair.
What?
Yeah.
So they going with the colors, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you specialize in? Do you just do a little bit of everything? Do you have a specialty? Do you do braids? What's your specialty?
Right now I'm really good at braids just because I'm my sister's hairstylist.
Yeah.
And all she gets is braids. So
Mhm.
that's like my practice right there.
Right.
I'm really good with that. I want to get more into weaves and hair coloring.
Okay. Do you double and dabble in a little bit of hair color now?
Yeah, I do. I have a couple videos on my channel that show me coloring a weave or two.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to color my hair all the time.
Okay. All right. And you mentioned your channel. What channel is that? We keep talking about this YouTube channel. We have not put out there how they can see you. What's the YouTube channel?
My YouTube is Leah Janelle, LIYAHJANELL, 2 words.
All right. Give it to him one more time. That was a lot. That was a lot. Slow it down.
LIYAHJANELL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Leah Janelle.
Leah
Leah Janelle.
Janelle. And what's your
YouTube.
IG?
My IG is _Leah J.
Leah J.
Leah J.
That's what it is then. The reason I asked you about the color is because color is real big, man. When you get into those colors, females out there, when you get into those colors and are able to mix your colors and make like specific colors for specific clients, that's big money.
Right.
People will pay big money for that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want specific blonde, they don't want a specific red, they don't want a specific color that everybody else is wearing, but they want something unique to them. So that color, and if you're a female stylist out there, get into mixing those colors and making unique colors for different clients, because that's what's popping. That's what you can charge a good amount of money for. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on in the hair industry. But as far as I want to jump back onto this fashion a little bit. Like on a day-to-day basis, Leah J, what we rocking? Are the females? I see the stretch pants just out there. Stretch pants. The females are wearing these stretch pants. I want y'all females to know, if you wear stretch pants, expect the men to look at you.
You're calling attention to yourself.
You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I'm married, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you don't have to worry about me. But these cats out here, they gonna look at you if you wear these stretch pants, you know, especially if you got that bubble in the back. So if you wear stretch pants, just expect to be looked at. Don't trip because you're exposing yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I understand that's the style and that's the trend, but don't trip when,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, cats take a double look or watch you all the way down the mall or whatever. You agree with, am I tripping, D?
Nah, you're not. Women, but sometimes like women look at certain things where they do certain things to attract guys.
Oh, okay.
And that's I'm not gonna say that's one of the things. Sometimes they just feel like it's comfortable and it's not like, all right, whatever.
Right.
But at the same time, if they know what they doing and they doing it on purpose.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So when you say stretch pants, you mean leggings, right?
Oh, is that what they call it? I don't have a terminology, right? Stretch pants, leggings,
Same thing.
same thing. if they real tight, and
They
you gotta
tight and
stretch them to put on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Leggings, stretch pants. That's the trend, right? That's
Yeah,
pretty trendy right
that's
now.
really all I wear now, just because it's comfortable.
Oh, so that's the excuse
Yeah.
that females use is comfort.
Most of the time,
It's comfortable. Huh?
yeah.
So is that like an all year thing or is it just summertime or
No, it's
whatever?
all year. Because a lot of times, I mean, if you have like a curvy shape, sometimes it's hard to find jeans that actually fit.
Mm,
So leggings is just like the easy route.
right. Okay. All right. So you in the heels and like what's your, like if you're going out, like what's your go to, like?
Well, if I'm going to the club, I have to throw on some heels. Like that's a must.
Right.
So I'll have on like heels and a cute tight dress.
Cute tight. See what I'm saying?
A cute tight dress.
Yeah, it's all good though. From what I understand, you do a little bit of you make clothes as well. Like, let's get into the extent of what you do, because you kind of, it's kind of vague. But I mean, you do a lot than just, you know what I'm saying. Just fashion has a whole umbrella of things that can fall up under.
Tell us everything
Yeah.
that it comes under your umbrella.
Yeah.
As far as fashion?
As far as, I mean, you make clothes, you got
Yeah,
a belt going. What you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I pretty much do anything. Like, if you need anything done, I'll figure out a way to get it done, and I'll do it right. So, as far as the clothes thing go, I do have a clothing line right now. It's called Security Clothing.
Okay.
And at the moment, I have like reflective belts.
Mhm.
You know, like the off-white, long lasso type belts.
Mm-hmm.
I have the reflective version of those.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have like a snakeskin set
Mm-hmm.
that I'm selling,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is just handmade.
Wow.
So
Okay. Just from scratch, it's straight from material.
yeah,
Dope.
Okay.
So how can people check that out? Is there, you have a
Page or something?
Yeah.
yeah. It's Security Clothing. It's on
Mm-hmm.
Etsy.com if you know what that is. But yeah, it's securityclothing.etsy.com.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your IG on that?
Security Clothing.
Security Clothing. Spell it out for us.
SUPURITY Clothing.
Security clothing.
U-N-I-T-Y.
Where that name come from? What security?
Like pure supremacy is basically what
Okay.
it is.
Pure supremacy. That's hot. That's kind of dope.
yeah,
That's
it
kind of
is.
dope. So, so say I wanted a belt. Say I looked at your website or your IG and I saw this belt and I said, oh man, that's hot. Do I have to get the specific belt that I see, or can I get a specific color? Like, what are my options?
Yeah, there's a few options. I have like a pink version. I just put up a lavender color.
Mhm.
I have a checkered one where the it's black and white, and then the white part is the reflective.
Right.
Okay.
And then I have a white one
Word.
and an orange one.
Okay. Word. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to get into today, since we have a female here, I just kind of wanted to get a female's perspective on what is the word that I'm looking for? Domestic violence. Because there's a lot of domestic violence going on, like in sports. There's a lot of Me Too,
Right.
Me Too going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, in my opinion, it's foolishness on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Because it's foolishness for a man to put his hands on a female, and it's foolishness for a female to lie on a man. You know what I'm saying? And say that he put his hands on her.
Right.
So I just wanted to get into that a little bit, especially since that thing with LaShawn McCoy is
Come on,
going on right
Shady.
now. Come on, Shady. What are
Come
we
on,
doing? Have you
man.
heard about that? What's going on with LaShawn McCoy?
No, I haven't heard.
Well, the story is that LaShawn McCoy, he's a football player for the Buffalo Bills, running back, and him and his girlfriend have been separated for a while now. So I guess he was trying to get her to move out of the house that they were in, and it turned out
So
that
she still lived in his house.
she still lived in his house that he was paying for,
Mhm.
but he lived in his separate house.
Mhm.
Now this is where it gets tricky, because her friend posted a picture of her all beaten up and said that he did it, but a police report from the same incident was that there was a home invasion and some other guys did it when they broke into her house. Now the girl is saying that these are all his friends that did it, and he had them come to my house and beat me up because I wouldn't leave his house and all this other stuff.
And because she had some jewelry,
And
she
yeah, and he
wouldn't
wanted
give
the
back to
jewelry
him.
back and all that type of stuff. So now it's just a whole he said, she said thing, and now it's did he beat her or did he get somebody to beat her and all this type of stuff. And at the end of the day, putting your hands on the female is wrong, and her friend was wrong for lying about it if he didn't do it. But at the same time, the home invasion, that nobody should have to go through that. Anything as far as, you know, violence or domestic violence, anything like that, it's not right. So what's your take on, you know, females reacting certain ways because of a situation and say, oh, he hit me, he beat me, yeah, call the cop, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, what's your take on it?
Well, I know a lot of times, females, they would lie about certain stuff like that, or either exaggerate the situation, just because they know that most of the time they have the upper hand. But either way, I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you shouldn't be putting your hands with, whether you're like the female, and you're mad at the guy and you're like beating on him because you're mad, knowing that he's not gonna hit you back. Either way, it's not okay.
Word. So, you being a female, in your 20s, how do you avoid situations like that, period? Like, from a female's perspective, can you tell when a guy is like over aggressive, and you can kind of tell that, you know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, when a female gets beat up to the point where she has to call the police, or when she has to go to the hospital, in my opinion, that's not the first time it happened.
Right.
There's, in my opinion, there's signs prior to that that a guy shows that, you know what I'm saying, he has this rage about him that's uncontrollable.
Right.
Maybe when he's drinking, maybe because he's super jealous, for multiple reasons. You know what I'm saying? Cats have this rage in them that is that they can't stop. You know what I'm saying? And then when he beats the brakes off of somebody, then they call the police. So what's is there a way that you can kind of, do you see signs on that? Hopefully you haven't been through that, because I don't know that you have. But is there signs that guys show? Like, what would you tell a younger female, like a teenager, like your sister, somebody younger than you coming up, how to see the signs of a guy that may have those personality issues? Put some pause on.
Well, I definitely do agree as far as there are signs you could like check for.
Come on now, give it to us raw. You know
I mean, it's
what I'm
never happened to me
now.
before, but I feel like people, like, some guys do get aggressive when they're drinking, and they'll like call you out your name, or like go in the motion as far as they might hit you, and you gotta like jump a little bit. I feel like right there that should let you know to like get out of that situation.
Some females like that.
Some females.
And it's crazy to say it, but some females actually like that type of stuff.
Right.
Some females want the dude that's gonna, you better shut up for a while, and they be like, oh, okay, all right. They find that attractive.
Right.
But then when he actually do it, it's like, oh, you crazy.
Right.
He done told you multiple times he was gonna do this.
Right.
And now he crazy because he really did it. You was crazy one because you ain't believe he was gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's just, certain situations, man. Some females have to understand that when guys, they threaten to do this or they threaten to do that, don't take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, chances are they've probably done it before, or they will do it if you push them to that limit.
Right.
Like a lot of these guys, if you you say you go to the club and stuff, so when guys drink and all that type of stuff, and they try to come at you or whatever, and you say no, what happens? They get rude and I ain't want your ass anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, and sometimes they won't stop trying. Like they'll try to keep coming at you, even though you told them no.
Right. Yeah. And I think that I always wonder. There's situations where females, like you see it all the time, where females are getting beat up and they still stay in the relationship. Like a female will get beat up, call the police on the dude will go to jail, and then the female will go bail them out. Like, that is ridiculous to me.
Right.
What is it that that you think, in your opinion, because even though it's not happened to you, Aliyah, I'm sure that you know people that have been in that situation. What is it that females go through to make them want to stay with somebody that puts their hands on them? Like, is it the sex? Is it the fear of being alone? Is it financial stability?
I think it has to do with all three of those, honestly, because I've heard arguments before with certain people and with that specific situation. And a lot of stuff that I heard him say was like, you need me, and nobody's gonna love you how I love you, and nobody's gonna provide for you how I provide for you. Like, they kind of brainwash them to think that the person is all that they need,
Right.
and that they're not gonna find anything better.
Mm-hmm.
And then no matter what, they're gonna stay with that person. Even
Yeah.
They beat the brakes off of it.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's crazy, because a lot of times that's how it be though. You know,
Right.
guys will tell a female, you know, you ain't gonna never find nobody better than me, and this is that and third.
Right.
And,
It's like they know what to look for
Right.
as far as like insecurities and stuff.
Right.
hmm And then, you know what, not to just put it on the guys too, girls do the same thing.
They do.
Females tell you all the time, oh man, ain't nobody gonna deal with you the way I deal with you. You
Right.
ain't got this and that, and you know, situations where, you know, they females know the buttons to press.
They do.
And they will press those buttons better than anybody, especially your girlfriend.
Yeah.
They will press those buttons more harder than your sister, your mom,
Mhm.
anybody you know.
Right.
If you tell a girlfriend something and they press that button, they will, you know what, I'm about to make him mad. Let me press this button.
Right.
And that's exactly how it all starts. And then, oh, hit me. Please hit me. I'm gonna call the cops.
Yeah.
So it's just a whole, you know, it's a back and forth thing for both sides, but at the end of the day, no matter what you do, fellas, man, don't put your hands on her.
Please don't put your hands
Don't put
on
your
it.
hands on her.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Cause it's listen, man, if it ever comes to that situation, just walk away.
Yeah.
Walk away.
I know another thing is, if you look up their arrest records
Mhm.
and you see, and you see they've been arrested for like assault or something like
Right.
that, then that's a warning sign right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause most likely they're gonna end up locked up again for the same thing.
Right. Hey, that is so wild to me, man. How these females, man, a female will get Inspector Gadget on you in a minute, man. I
Right.
talk to females and they like, oh yeah, he been arrested. Oh yeah, this, that, and the other. He from here. He did this. He did. I'll be like, how do you know all of this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I have my ways. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, is it that it's not that serious for us,
Yes.
DJ, or is it that like we don't have the resources that females have? Like,
see,
what-
the thing about us, about guys, and the thing about females is this. You have guys that will do that type of stuff, and you have females that will do that type of stuff. Now, the females do it because females feel like guys, for some reason, are more prone to cheat for some reason.
Right.
So
So they want to get that history on.
right, so they want to get the history. They want to look up, okay, let me look up his exes. Let me look up who, you know, he don't like in the past year or so,
Right.
you know. So let me do this, find out what I got to find out, see if
Yeah.
I can get a reason on why they broke up,
Right.
and then ask him about it.
Right.
They kind of ask you about it in like a detective way,
Yeah.
but they're really asking for that reason.
Yeah.
So they go look at their profile,
Right.
and then the reasons why you say we broke up, and then you get this, and he's like, okay, that's what happened.
Yeah.
He ain't like that. Then okay.
Right. Right.
So now you doing it as, once you find all that out, then the guy, not on our side, we don't do all that.
Right.
What we do is we just, you know, all right, look, this is what I'm about.
Right.
This is what it is.
Right.
That's it.
So you ain't scrolling through her Instagram
I'm not
finding
scrolling.
out how many times she liked
I'm not doing none of
who
that.
she following.
Now see, if it's my girl,
All right.
it's a little different.
Okay.
Because now I'm still not gonna go through who you follow. Like
Yeah.
they have this thing on IG now where it says, you know, post you like and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't, you know, my thing is I don't really think that big of a deal as far as like liking pictures or whatever stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Right.
But my thing is females tend to get upset when you like another girl's picture on IG.
Right. That's the point of IG.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to just scroll past?
Right.
And so they say why you like the picture.
Right.
And then you give them the reason. I don't want you following her or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You got to deal with that. So let you do it.
Yeah.
Now you insecure.
Yeah.
You jealous.
Right.
You wasn't like this before. Why you do it? It's like,
Right.
okay.
Right.
So you can do it, but I can't. But then when you do it, you become, you acting like a female.
Right. Right.
Like, I don't, it's just a double standard with females,
Yeah.
man.
Bros
It's-
can't win.
yeah, we can't win for nothing.
Yeah.
So sometimes you gotta let them. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Females are tricky.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I think we strategize everything. So sometimes we just be wanting to know what y'all are gonna say.
Oh, so it's a test.
Kind of, most of the time, yeah.
Right.
Because a lot of guys will lie about simple stuff for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lie about, I mean, see certain things, and I'm about to quote Baby Boy on this because of Baby Boy. Jody told a vet.
Shout out to Jody.
Jody told a vet, I lie because I love you.
Yeah.
Because it causes situations that don't have to be.
Right.
Like,
hey, and he also told you that she don't really want to know the truth.
right, you don't want to know the truth.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with females. Females don't want to know the truth. Because even if it is the truth, they're not going to believe it.
Right.
They want to believe what they believe in their head, and it's
Right.
going to happen.
Yeah.
So, whatever you tell me, I can tell somebody such and such, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened. That could be the honest to God truth. But she said, nah, that ain't what happened. I know this happened,
Right.
that happened,
Why
and
you
that happened.
ask me this?
So why did you ask me if you already know that's what happened?
Word.
It's just one of those situations where you can't win with the opposite sex, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't.
Word. So, Leah J, talk to us about your relationship status. What you got going on? What you got going on with the fellas out here? You single right now? You dating? You just kind of staying in your lane? What you got going on?
Right now I'm happily single, focusing on myself completely.
Okay.
Okay.
So how do you because I definitely feel you on that. I was telling this guy earlier whose hair I was cutting that you know, when you're young and you're trying to get things accomplished, it's kind of hard to be in a relationship and stay focused, because when you're in a serious relationship, your focus is normally on the person you're in a relationship with.
I don't agree with that, but I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
Not always, but normally. And the reason I say that is just from experiences. A lot of times females or even males will say, I can't be in a relationship right now because I don't have time for one. You know, in relationships, successful relationships, in my opinion, they take time. You know what I'm saying? Your female friend wants to hang out with you or whatever. Your male friend wants to hang out with you or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? That takes time. And when you're focused on you and you got 3 or 4 things going on, maybe you're working, maybe you're in school, maybe you have a kid, you know what I'm saying? When you juggling a bunch of stuff, it's kind of hard to be in a relationship unless you're in a relationship with a cat or a female that's very understanding and that y'all have a real trust in y'all relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you might not see your girl if you're super busy for like 3 or 4 days. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of females out here to be like, oh, he must be cheating. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, that's my take on that. Like, when you got a lot going on and you're young, it's kind of tough to be in a relationship, but you say otherwise. How that?
Right. Now, I say the reason why I don't agree with that is because when people are focusing on things and you're in a relationship, the person you're with is a support system. So they focusing on the same thing that you're focusing on.
Okay. That's the way it should be.
That's the way it should. Now, that's right. And that's the way it should be. And some relationships aren't like that.
Right.
And I'm not saying that all relationships that are like that, that aren't like that, are toxic, but it's not a good situation to be in. If you're trying to focus on something positive to better yourself and to better the person that you're with as well, and they're not helping out with that, then that's when it becomes a problem. But if you're in a relationship and you tell your significant other, you say, you know what, I want to focus on this. You know, I just want to get this going. That person's going, you know what, you right.
Right.
Let's do this.
Right.
We can do this together and such and such and such and such. And that's where it comes to becoming a team.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you said, you're married. So when you wanted to open your shop, you didn't break up with your wife because you wanted to open up your shop.
Right.
Y'all did it together. You know, she had your back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how it should be.
Right.
You shouldn't, like, when it comes to doing stuff, it shouldn't be, I gotta break up with you because now I gotta focus on this.
Right.
I gotta, focus on getting my own shop and doing all this stuff and such and such. And I don't really got time for you to, be calling me and all this stuff. Because when you leave whatever you're doing at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, what are you doing for the rest of the night?
Me?
No, I'm just saying in general. Probably nothing. If you're done with your business by 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, what are you doing for the rest of the night?
Right, you going to be with your significant other.
Right.
But what about that female that be like, you've been gone all day. It's Saturday, You know what I'm saying? I've been here all day waiting on you to come home. You know, this, that, and the other. A lot of people don't feel like dealing with that. You know,
Right.
those
And I understand that
being
part.
questioned like that. You know
Right,
what
and
I'm saying?
I definitely understand that, because at the end of the day, if you, and that's where the trust comes in.
Yeah,
Because if people have a relationship, you have to trust the person that you're with.
right,
And most of the time now, when people are together, I don't know how the older generation is, but now in this, with this generation, you texting your girlfriend or boyfriend all day.
okay,
So you pretty much gotta, you know, alright, I'm at work, unless they at a job where they can't have their phone out or whatever the case may be.
right,
But if they're, you know, doing what they're doing, you're texting them all day, you pretty much know what they're doing.
right,
You know they're here, they're there, all this stuff. You calling them, hey, what's going on? You eat, you know, checking in on them.
right,
That's what the generation like now do. They got the phone in their hand, doing all that stuff.
right,
Now, as far as the older generation, some people may not do that. That's a little older.
right,
So that, you know, it's a generational thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Not a generational thing, but it's, I don't know.
What's your perspective on that from the female's take? I want to hear your perspective on both. Do you think it's possible to be in a relationship with what you know, having a lot of things going on? Is that possible? And also like the trust issue, like when you're going on, if you did have a guy, a significant other.
Okay, I feel like if you first start talking to somebody and up front, you basically talk about what y'all both have going on. So if y'all both are saying that y'all are like super busy all the time and y'all might not see each other, maybe like once a week y'all probably see each other.
Right.
I feel like if y'all understand what each other have going on, then, and y'all both are still trying to work to be together at the same time, then y'all should be able to understand that and work together as far as like getting to know each other
Right.
and stuff like that. I think that, wait, what was the second question?
The second question was, what was the second question?
I have no idea what the second question was.
Oh, the second, I think you kind of answered both questions in one, because I asked you, if you did have a guy, you know what I'm saying, how would you handle being super busy? And I also asked you, the first part of the question was, do you think it's possible, like in your situation, you don't want to do the relationship thing right now. Do you think that's possible to be in a relationship with everything that you have going on?
Yeah, I think it just has to do with just talking to each other, like
Right.
communication and stuff like that, and like you said, being able to trust.
Right.
Right.
So you've made a conscious choice though not to be with anybody right now. I mean, is that
Well,
correct or?
I'm not gonna say it's conscious. It's just what it is right now.
Right.
But if I was to happen to start talking to somebody
Mhm.
and I really liked them, but they
Right.
were getting mad because I just didn't have time
Right.
to be with them all the time,
Right.
then I would have to let them go because I don't have time to be dealing with that. Like,
Right. You got to do you.
yeah, but if they can't understand that, then
Right.
there's no point in even trying.
Right. So it's not that you're shunning relationships right now. You're just so busy that you haven't ran into one. But if something was to pop off, like if you used to go to the gas station and you was attracted to somebody pumping gas next to you and he asked you for your number, you would give it to him. I
Yeah.
mean, okay, I feel you. All right, y'all. Well, we got we're running out of time, and we can't just be on the mushy relationship stuff. We can't just be on the mushy relationship stuff the whole podcast. So before we go, we cannot let a podcast show go without talking about L.A. Brown. Leah J, you're from Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a big LeBron fan. You're a big Cleveland fan.
I'm a big LeBron
Oh,
fan.
well, you're a big Cleveland fan. My bad. Cleveland Cavaliers, Cleveland Browns, Cleveland Indians, Cleveland everything, baby.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you rock with the Browns?
The Browns?
Yeah.
I'm not a big football fan, but
Dude,
if I had
you-
to choose a team, it would be the Panthers.
Okay, I respect that. All right, let's talk about these Cavs, though. How do you feel about LeBron going to LA?
I mean, we got our championship with him, so I'm
Hey,
good.
we got our championship.
I'm good on that. I'm not really a Lakers fan.
Mhm.
I've always been a Cavs fan just because I'm from Cleveland.
Right.
So I'm rocking with the Cavs still, with or without LeBron.
With or without LeBron?
Yeah.
All right.
Loyalty.
Don't let me catch you with an LA jersey
Well,
on.
It
for
can't be for
one-
fashion or nothing
Yeah,
like
like
that.
for one, I don't even even like those two colors together.
Right.
So I'm probably never gonna be a Lakers fan.
Right. Yeah, I respect that. Cleveland, baby, 216 all day. We represent. Angie Hill, I see you online right now in the 216, so you know we're representing. Leah J is still representing Cleveland. Holla at your boy. What you feel about that? What's your thoughts on LA? What have they made any progress? Have they made any moves?
I think they're still. I think LeBron had a better team than Cleveland, honestly. So it wasn't for basketball.
Right.
We'll get into that another time.
Yeah, we'll get into that another time. But I do want to say, I talked to somebody yesterday, and he said that his thoughts on that was that LeBron is going to make the whole team better. And Kuzma and what's the other cat? Lonzo Ball and
I don't know.
Kuzma, Ball, and the other cat, and Brandon Ingram. He said he feels like they are going to have a squad with LeBron. So I guess that's kind of yet to be seen. We'll chop it up more about that next week. As the summer moves along, more and more moves are going to be made, and we will chop it up about that. Leah J, we appreciate you being on. Do you have anything? Give them that how they can get in touch with you one more time before we go.
Okay, so my Instagram is _Leah J, LIYAHJ, and my YouTube is Leah Janelle.
And what's your business?
My clothing line is Security Clothing.
Security Clothing.
And you can follow me on Instagram, Security Clothing.
All right, well, there it is. We're signing out, chopping it up with DJ&Lo. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next week, holla at your boy.
All right.
Out.